There's a great novel I read called Everything Everything by Nicole Yoon. The book begins by introducing the main character, Maddie with ear. Maddie has an extremely rare disease called severe combined immunodeficiency, or also known as bubble baby disease. Basically, the disease causes her to be allergic to everything that may trigger sickness. The disease keeps Maddie in a bubble. Literally, she has not left her home in over 17 years. Everything and everyone that enters her house needs to be decontaminated first. The only people Maddie ever sees is her mom and her nurse Carla. Until one day, a new boy, Oli, had just moved in next door and everything changed. Then, Maddie decided to risk her life to have a few days to be out in the world with the person she loves. She ate exotic foods, rode a plane, and swam a beach in Hawaii. Maddie was ecstatic to join the world with Oli until the day came when her heart stopped beating. Maddie was rushed to the hospital and nearly died. Maddie promises her mother that she would never leave the house again, which also meant never seeing Oli again. She was the only person left for her mother. Her mother loved her so much, she would do anything for her. Maddie also loved Oli, and she knew after meeting him, everything was going to end in a disaster. Maddie and her mother felt the same pain. And a strong bond like that, whether it is between two in love people or a mother and a daughter, can be so powerful that when it is broken, it causes pain. Love and heartbreak doesn't have to be between a boyfriend and a girlfriend. It can be between two best friends, a husband and a wife, a pet and an owner, a death of a loved one, or any other types of relationships. When I was 5 years old, my grandfather was slowly dying of cancer. His heart was depending on a machine to keep it pumping. Friends and relatives surrounded his bed, and everyone could feel the sad atmosphere. Every shallow breath he took, my heart broke piece by piece. I never felt pain like that before, and it was all new to me. I never truly understood the concept of heartbreak before this moment. I was told to say my goodbye because he had to go. He released his last breath, and then he was just gone. How do we deal with heartbreak? Do we hide the pain somewhere deep inside and pretend like it does not exist? Or do we acknowledge the pain that we refuse to show and let the tears speak what our mouth cannot explain? We oftentimes try to hide the pain. We try not to let anybody see our sadness because we do not want their pity, but we can only hide so much pain. John Green once said, "That's the thing about pain. It demands to be felt." Being the humans we are, we try to block out the pain. But if we really think about it, it will eventually demand to be felt. We long for love that consumes us to only realize our heart is just like any muscle. It can hurt. The pain is not going anywhere unless we release it. And once we do, it feels everlasting. It will get worse until it starts to feel like pain is the only emotion we are capable of. Days go by when we feel like we just dissolve into nothingness. Then everything around us reminds us of that pain, and it becomes harder to even get up in the morning. Every time we lie that we are okay to the people who ask, it becomes easier to lie each time, and it only frustrates us when they ask, because it is clear we're not okay. We feel that surrounding ourselves with friends and families can help us forget the pain, but sometimes that is when we feel the loneliest. Although the day will come when heartbreak finally begins to fade, we become hopeful again. We realize that pain is only temporary. Our hearts will slowly heal day by day, and it only takes patience. We feel like we are alone in the cold darkness until we glance at a small speck of light that allows us to regain hope again. The tears will stop rolling down our cheeks and feel that sense of relief for the first time in what seems like forever. We begin to hope for our hearts to heal from the pain and sorrow. Love is like the ocean with boundless limits. Waves will travel to the shore and can easily sweep you off your feet and swallow you whole, like a heartbreak. But in the end, the ocean will always be beautiful. We begin to hope that we learn how to love and be happy again. The day will come when that tragic heartbreak is just another chapter in the past. The day will come when we are the happiest, when we think back to that breakup and realize how foolish we were to think that we would never be happy again. Our happiest moments will always overlap our saddest days. As long as we are surrounded by the people we love and care about, everything is going to be okay. There is not enough time in the world to allow our sadness control the way we live our life. Most of the time, change helps. Some people might feel like changing their physical looks, like their hair, because it gives them a sense of relief and freedom. Some might want to move or throw away anything that reminds them of that breakup. Either way, we go through some type of cleanse to help ourselves get closure. The immense change lets us forget and let go of that dark time of our lives. Change is our way of trying to regain hope again. We hope for that one day where that heartbreak will completely vanish before our very eyes as if it never existed. But heartbreak cannot be forgotten nor erased. Sometimes we gasp against that pain to remind ourselves how it feels to have our heart broken, so next time we know how to prevent it. But heartbreak cannot be prevented. Without heartbreak, we would never know the true feelings of love. Instead, we must learn to accept and hope for a better tomorrow. Understand that things happen for a reason, and maybe it might just be for the best. There will always be hope, and hope is that one thing that never abandons us.